Leadership. Becoming a leader is so important to own and run a successful business. Hey there, I am Jen. I run Jen Argue Masterminds for women entrepreneurs. And I also have a course coming out soon that helps you add more money to your bottom line by running masterminds in your business. So watch for the link below for that. Welcome to the Breakthrough Mastermind Show. I'm your host, Jen Argue, and I facilitate masterminds for women entrepreneurs who want to grow their businesses to help others and create financial independence. This is going to be a multi-part series on becoming a leader. When you have your own business, being a leader is so important. And we're going to be exploring all the different parts of that to help you become the best leader possible to run the most successful business you can. Becoming a leader is an imperfect path. When you signed up to be an entrepreneur, you probably weren't thinking that you were going to have to be a leader as well. Maybe you thought, oh, I'll just have this product and sell it. But if you are coaching people and you're interacting with your staff and your audience, being a leader is really important, especially as you show up in all of your marketing places like YouTube or podcasts. So leadership is really important. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, I don't know, being a leader sounds kind of scary. I mean, all these thoughts might go through your head of what if I'm a bad leader? What if people don't like me? What if I'm an unconventional leader and my style is different? What if I lead and they don't think I'm a good leader? There are all these fears that go through our head that keep us from stepping into that role. Being a leader is really important, but we can't talk about why until we talk about what a leader is. And I don't mean what a leader is as far as what the dictionary says about it. What I mean is, what are your thoughts about what a leader is? This topic came up in my mastermind as we were sharing with somebody who was in the hot seat about her leadership role in her company. The group was talking about, so what does it look like for you to be a leader of your staff? She has a very large staff and a $2 million business, and her struggle was with leadership. When the group started to dig deeper with her, we discovered that what was holding her back was her own idea of what being a leader meant. It was the own story that she had developed in her mind about what it meant to be a leader. If you have a story in your head that being a leader is a bad thing, that if you're a leader, people won't like you, it's probably why you aren't really stepping into that leadership role. And just to define what we mean by leader, when I'm talking about leader in these episodes, I'm talking about a healthy, good leader that is bringing a positive change in the world. So back to my mastermind member. Yes, there was this idea that her perception of what a leader was holding her back. For her, she was worried that if she stepped into more of a leadership role at her company, that people wouldn't like her because leaders are insensitive or they're bad in some way, or they're harsh rulers or something like that who don't really care about the people that they're leading. And that was very opposite of who she sees herself as. And obviously, because she's grown a very successful company up until this point with still even more room for success. And so this was definitely a hurdle for her that is actually the first step in becoming a leader. It's in learning what is your story about what a leader is. When you think about what your own story is, your own beliefs about what it means to be a leader, what comes to mind for you? I've developed a list of questions for you to process this whole part of becoming a leader journey that you're on. And so I encourage you to go in the comments section or the show notes and get my free guide, journaling guide to help you journal your own beliefs about being a leader. It's important to reflect upon, like, who are the leaders in your life? Who were the leaders in your life while you were growing up? How do you think others perceived their leadership? I also want to ask you the question, how do any of these leaders that you've either respected or not respected so much in your past reflect any qualities of parenting that you received as a child? Because as a former licensed therapist, I do know that many of our stories come from our childhood stories as well. And recognizing that is so important to be able to untangle these perceptions that we have rooted in our childhood stories, to be able to create new stories. So, this first part in becoming a leader is really important to not skip, to process what is your own story around leaders and leadership. What is it that might be keeping you from stepping into that leadership role that could be tangled up in these stories and beliefs that you've been holding and not really aware of? So, we're starting off with self awareness. And hopefully, this guide that I have for you can be a good start. And I'll have more guides for you in the next few episodes as we continue to talk about what it means to become a leader. And if you are looking for more support, challenge, and inspiration in running your online business, I would love to have you apply to my mastermind. Check it out at jenargue.com.